This is why I'm no longer shrinking myself for survival. Hey, I'm Epiphany, and this is where we talk about healing after survival, truthfully, tenderly, and without performance. So if you're breaking cycles and learning to choose yourself, you are in the right place. They did not expect me to survive, let alone to speak up. There was a time where I kept my truth tucked in my pocket, quiet, controlled, and even careful. Not because I didn't know how to speak, but because I was taught that silence was safer. Safer in relationships, safer around family, safer in rooms where I wasn't allowed to feel too much, want too much, or to even say too much. But I learned that surviving is not the same as living, and silence is not at all the same as peace. I started drawing boundaries, not to push people away, but to protect the woman that I am becoming. I stopped answering messages that didn't honor me. And if you know me, I'm actually getting harassed in my on my social medias because I chose to speak the truth about my adolescence. And the person who introduced me to so much is just having an issue with me having a voice. And also the men in my comments not being so kind about me sharing what I went through. But so I stopped answering those messages that did not honor me, and I just block them. I limit access, okay? I stopped entertaining conversations where my healing became a joke or a debate, as if you could debate somebody going through trauma. It doesn't make sense. And I stopped seeking love in places that only offered control. They called it selfish, but the truth is it was sacred. Choosing myself it wasn't rebellion. I would say it was a return of the Mac. Like, you feel me? It was like that. It was it was a return to my voice. It was a return to my values. A return to the kind of life that makes my children proud and my younger self feel seen, okay? So ideally, they wanted the version of me that kept the peace by staying small. But I'm not shrinking anymore because growth requires grief. And your girl had to grieve over the girl that I used to be. My goodness gracious. Yeah. And I had to grieve over the version of me who made the excuse for everyone's bad behavior just to survive another day. The season of my life is not about being palatable, it's about being powerful. So to anyone who is watching this video, who feels like their boundaries make them too much, or who's afraid of being misunderstood for finally speaking up, you are not difficult, you are divine, and your healing does not require permission. And you do not owe anyone a version of yourself that keeps you in pieces. So let's go over these lovely affirmations. I honor my truth even when it is inconvenient for others. I release guilt for choosing myself. I am no longer shrinking to survive. I am expanding to thrive. Okay? If this spoke to you, share it with somebody who's walking on the same road. And if you need tools for healing and boundaries, I've created worksheets, affirmations, and more at my website, honeyenhancedhealing.com. So you do not have to walk this alone.